Hello, everyone, and welcome to TalkMaster English Channel, where we learn English slowly, naturally, and with real feelings from real life.
Hi everyone, I'm Tom, and today we are very happy to spend time with you because we are not just learning English, but we are also learning how to change our life step by step.
Today's topic is very special and very close to my heart because we will talk about how simple English conversations can slowly change your life in a beautiful way.
Yes, and I want to ask you something very simple but very important. Have you ever felt afraid to speak English, even when you know the words in your mind?
I understand that feeling very well because sometimes your heart beats fast, your hands feel a little cold, and your mind suddenly becomes empty even though you studied before.
And sometimes you think, what if I make a mistake? What if people laugh at me? And because of that fear, you decide to stay quiet.
But today, we want to tell you something important. Your life does not change when you stay silent. Your life changes when you try, even in a small and simple way.
You do not need perfect English. You only need simple English and a little courage to start.
So please relax, take a deep breath, and enjoy the story, because maybe you will see yourself in this conversation.
And maybe today is the day you decide to speak, even if your voice is a little soft.
Tom, can I tell you something that happened to me this morning? Because I still feel a little embarrassed, but also a little happy.
Of course, Emily. I am always ready to listen. And I promise I will not laugh too much. Well, maybe just a little.
Hey, that is not very comforting. But okay, I will still tell you.
Go ahead. I am listening carefully.
This morning, I went to a small coffee shop near my house, and I wanted to order in English because I'm trying to practice more in real life.
That already sounds like a brave decision, because real-life practice is not easy, but it is very powerful.
Yes, but when I stood in front of the cashier, my mind suddenly became empty, and I forgot even simple words like coffee for a few seconds.
Oh no, that moment when your brain just says, "Sorry, I'm not working today." I know that feeling very well.
Exactly, and I felt nervous because people were behind me, and I thought they were watching me.
Sometimes we think everyone is watching us, but actually they're just thinking about their own coffee.
Yes, maybe you are right, but at that moment, it felt very real and very scary.
So what did you do next? Did you run away or did you stay and fight like a brave English learner?
I wanted to run away, honestly, but then I remembered something. I told myself, it is okay to make mistakes. Just try.
That is a very powerful thought, Emily, because that small moment can change everything.
So I looked at the cashier and slowly I said, "Hello, I want one coffee, please."
That sounds perfect to me. Simple, clear, and polite.
But then the cashier asked me something and I didn't understand, so I just smiled awkwardly.
Ah, the famous confused smile. Every learner uses that at least once.
Yes, I think I used it too many times today.
It's okay. It's part of the learning journey.
Then I said, "Sorry, can you say again slowly?" And she repeated, and this time I understood.
That's amazing, Emily, because asking someone to repeat is a very important skill.
Yes, and after that, everything became easier, and I felt more relaxed.
So in the end, you got your coffee and also a little more confidence.
Yes, and I realized something very important. The problem was not my English. The problem was my fear.
That's a deep realization, and I think many listeners feel the same way.
I think so too, because fear is quiet but very strong, and it stops us from trying.
But when you take one small step, even a simple sentence, fear becomes smaller.
Yes, and confidence grows slowly, like a small plant.
That's a beautiful way to say it, Emily.
Thank you, Tom, but I am still learning and I still make many mistakes.
That is perfect, because mistakes are not your enemy. They are your teachers.
I like that idea. It makes me feel more relaxed.
Let me tell you something funny that happened to me last week.
Oh, I am ready. I need a good laugh.
I tried to say I am full after eating, but I said I am fool, and everyone looked at me.
Oh no, that is a small mistake, but a big difference.
Yes, and I felt embarrassed for a moment, but then I laughed too.
That is good, because laughing at your mistakes makes learning easier.
Exactly. And after that, I never forget the difference between full and fool.
So your mistake helped you learn better.
Yes, and it also made a funny memory.
I think that's the secret. Learning with emotion helps us remember more.
And also learning with real situations, not just books.
Yes, because real life is where language becomes alive.
Emily, do you feel different now compared to before?
Yes, I feel a little stronger and a little more confident, even if my English is still simple.
That is already a big success, because change does not happen in one day.
It happens in small moments, like ordering coffee or asking a question.
And every small moment builds a bigger future.
I like that. It makes me feel hopeful.
So to everyone listening, please remember, you do not need to speak perfectly. You only need to start speaking.
Yes, even one sentence can change your day.
And one day can change your life.
As we come to the end of this conversation, I want you to think about your own life and your own English journey.
Maybe you are still at the beginning. Maybe you feel shy. Or maybe you are waiting for the right time.
But the truth is, the right time is not tomorrow. The right time is today, even if today is not perfect.
Speak one sentence. Try one conversation. Make one small mistake, and you will see a small change.
And that small change will grow slowly, just like confidence grows inside your heart.
Do not compare yourself with others, because your journey is your own.
And every step you take, even a small step, is something to be proud of.
We believe in you, even if you do not believe in yourself yet.
Keep going, keep trying, and keep speaking, because your voice matters.
And remember, simple English can create powerful change in your life. Yes, and I want to continue from that idea because sometimes people hear this sentence, but they do not fully feel how true it really is.
That is very true, because change does not always come from big actions. Sometimes it comes from small and simple conversations that happen every day.
Let me ask you something, Emily. Do you remember the first time you spoke English with a stranger?
Yes, I remember very clearly, because my voice was shaking a little and my mind was full of worry.
What were you worried about at that time?
I was worried that I would say something wrong or that the other person would not understand me, and I thought maybe they would feel annoyed.
That sounds like a very common feeling, and I think many listeners feel the same way right now.
Yes, but something interesting happened in that moment. Even though I was nervous, I still tried to speak.
And what happened after you spoke?
The person listened to me carefully, and even though my sentence was not perfect, they understood my meaning.
That is a very important moment because it shows that communication is stronger than perfection.
Yes, and after that moment, I felt something new. I felt a small but warm confidence growing inside me.
Confidence often starts very small, like a quiet voice that says, "Maybe I can do this."
Exactly, and that small confidence helped me try again the next day.
So your life did not change in one big moment, but it started to change little by little.
Yes, like small steps on a long road.
I like that image because learning English is not a race, it is a journey.
And in that journey, every simple conversation is like a step forward.
Emily, can we share another real-life situation? Something very simple but meaningful.
Yes, I have one from yesterday evening, and it is very simple but also very special to me.
I am listening. Please tell me.
I was walking in the park near my house, and I saw a woman sitting alone on a bench, and she looked a little sad.
That already sounds like a meaningful moment.
Yes, I wanted to say something, but I was not sure what to say because my English is still simple.
So what did you do?
I walked slowly and said, "Hello, are you okay?" in a soft and gentle voice.
That is a very kind and simple sentence.
She looked at me and smiled a little, and she said, "Yes, I am okay. Thank you for asking."
That is a beautiful response.
Then we talked for a few minutes, using simple English, but it felt very real and warm.
That moment shows that language is not only about learning, it is also about connection.
Yes, and after that, I felt very happy because I realized that my simple English helped me connect with another person.
That is powerful, Emily, because you did not just practice English, you touched someone's life.
And she also touched mine because I felt more confident and more human.
Sometimes we forget that language is a bridge between hearts.
Yes, and even a small sentence can build that bridge.
I think our listeners need to hear this again and again because many people wait too long before they start speaking.
Yes, they wait for perfect grammar, perfect pronunciation, and perfect confidence.
But perfection is not the beginning. It is the result of many imperfect tries.
That is a very important message.
Let me share another situation. Something a little funny, but also meaningful.
Oh, I like funny stories. Please go ahead.
A few days ago, I was in a small shop, and I wanted to buy a notebook.
That sounds simple enough.
Yes, but when I tried to ask, I forgot the word notebook, and my mind went blank.
Oh no, that happens to everyone.
So I said, "Excuse me, I want something for writing, like a book, but not a storybook."
That is actually a very creative explanation.
The shopkeeper smiled and said, "Ah, you mean a notebook?"
And you said yes, right?
Yes, and we both laughed a little, and the situation became very relaxed.
That shows something important. Even if you forget a word, you can still explain your idea.
Yes, and people are usually kind and willing to help.
That is something many learners forget. They think people will judge them.
But in reality, most people feel happy when they see someone trying to speak.
Because trying is a sign of courage.
And courage is more important than perfect English.
Tom, do you think your personality has changed because of learning English?
That is a very interesting question, and I think the answer is yes.
In what way?
Before, I was more quiet and careful, but now I feel more open and more willing to talk to new people.
That is a big change.
Yes, and I think it is not only because of English, but because English gave me more opportunities to connect.
So English became a tool for your personal growth.
Exactly, and that is why I say English is not just a subject, it's a life skill.
I agree with you, because it helps you see the world in a bigger way.
And also helps you understand different people and different cultures.
That makes life more interesting and meaningful.
Emily, if you could give one simple message to our listeners right now, what would you say?
I would say, please do not be afraid to start, even if your voice is small and your sentences are simple.
That is a very beautiful message.
Because every strong speaker was once a beginner.
And every confident voice was once shaking.
Yes, just like mine before.
And mine too.
But we continued, step by step.
And now we are here, talking with you.
And we are still learning every day.
Learning never stops, and that's a good thing.
Because it means we're growing.
And growing means we are alive and moving forward.
So to everyone listening, please remember, your English does not need to be perfect to be meaningful.
Your voice matters, even if it is not perfect.
Your words matter, even if they are simple.
And your effort matters, even if it is small.
Because small effort every day creates big change over time.
Just like we said before, simple English can create powerful change in your life.
And now, maybe you understand that sentence a little more deeply.
Not just in your mind, but also in your heart.
So please keep going, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself.
because your journey is important and your story is worth sharing.
And we are always here with you, step by step.
Thank you for staying with us, and we hope this conversation gave you warmth and courage.
See you again soon, and until then, take care and keep practicing.
Bye, everyone, and remember, your next simple conversation might be the start of a new life.
Goodbye, and keep shining.